with Randy.
I can swim. I just can't swim well.
That's the name of the podcast today. Swimming with Randy.
Swimming with Randy. The first podcast of all the podcasts. I think we have a name. Jansen, did you tell them about the name?
I told Jeff.
When?
Right. It was the talking cover one.
Dude, don't eat
Oh yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah, dude, you can't eat while you're on radio.
Is
You
that
kidding me?
Unprofessional.
no-no.
People will complain in our massive comments thread.
Yo, what the fuck was
how
that
do you
guy?
not entertain?
How did we get talking cover? That's the name. How did we get that name, Jansen?
Oh, are we actually recording?
Yeah.
I know we were like G-chatting or something.
No, I said when we recorded. Sorry, I hit the table.
You are breaking. Just
I-
sit still.
We were talking
Just
about when
take
the other.
3 chicken nuggets and put them up your ass.
No, I'm still eating. Sorry. We were talking about when we recorded 2 weeks ago.
Still too much food in your mouth.
Get it down the gullet, man. Come on.
That was a big piece of bread. Okay. We were talking about when we recorded.
Why does it sound like you still have food in your mouth?
We were talking about when we
There
were
you go.
recording 2 weeks ago.
Clear airways.
And I told Reed that it was a good talking cover because we talked and we did a cover. And talking cover.
It's kind of funny. It's like duck and cover.
It is.
Right you are.
Yeah, I got the joke.
Never mind. I want that for my band name. So
You take all the good band names.
I have like at least 30 Facebook names claimed. I'm just kidding.
We talked about that last
Or
time.
am I?
We thought every cool name has been taken up.
It's true.
Except for, what was it? Butthole McGee. That hasn't been taken.
Butthole McGee's probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Safe for now.
we were talking
For now.
about, Joe and I were talking about, like if you were to start a new side project.
Yeah.
I don't know why Butthole McGee didn't come up in the
Oh
conversation.
my god, I totally forgot.
Do you have other names in the bank, Joe, that you've just been wanting to use, but...
Nothing as good as Butthole McGee. And I know that nobody's gonna use that. So that's like my.
That was sick.
So I feel safe about that one. Yeah.
Well, you know it's like a pain because if you ever want to use whatever name you come up with, like on Twitter or make a website or something,
Yeah.
the unfortunate thing is that someone's already used it.
I know. That's why
Like in your case.
That's why. That's why I can't believe I got CaptainMidnight.com, and I actually got Facebook. I actually got Facebook / Captain Midnight now. Too.
But
I got it.
if you want Captain Midnight as a Twitter account, you can't get that
I
because
know.
some guy over in wherever.
Australia. But if he doesn't tweet for another 6 months, though, I get it. So
How does that work? Dude?
It's
You-
abandonment.
Nick has a my manager has a contact. Yeah. So we've actually talked to a guy at Twitter, and he said if he doesn't tweet for like another 6 months or 8 months or something like that, I get it. So I'll take that.
You don't have to, so you have to like kill him or something.
No, we just have to wait because it's like his account has to be inactive for 2 years, and it's
Yeah.
been a year and.
Did he
But
tweet?
what if he tweets once? Just once. He
Yeah,
just
then it
says,
fucks
like,
everything
Yeah, what if he says?
Seriously?
What if he says "fuck you, Joe"?
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
tweet.
Then it fucks everything up. And I would not be surprised if he did that though, because I've sent him so many things on Facebook and his girlfriend on Facebook. I'm like,
He hates you.
yeah.
He hates you.
It's like he's this Australian dude.
Were you
and-
saying talk to his girlfriend too?
Yeah, like I messaged. No, they never say anything back to me, and I swear they're fake accounts. Like, because his Facebook doesn't even look real, you know.
That's
and
weird.
his girlfriend is this like Asian Australian chick. And I'm like, you're not real. I
How
don't
did-
think that you're real because her timeline doesn't even have anything.
How did you know that? Who was his girlfriend?
Because I stalked him.
Oh,
Yeah.
In a
So
row.
you-
And on his
Yeah, but you
Twitter,
gotta do
on his
that.
Twitter, he has his Facebook. Or no, he has his name.
oh,
And then I
Facebook.
searched his name in Facebook. Then I was like, oh, this is him because
Maybe
it's
it's-
Australia.
Maybe it's not actually him. Maybe it's another guy.
Yeah.
What if you've been harassing the wrong man?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's the right guy because I think he has like some correlation of bike pictures.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Australian biker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think like Ryuzaki is actually like a Japanese name, and so there's some Ryuzaki. Oh,
You're definitely
What
gonna use that
goddamn.
name for.
I'm gonna use it for something. I think I'm gonna use it for this EP, but unless I think of so, I'm basically giving myself the next few weeks, and if something great pops up, I might snatch that and then use Ryuzaki as like a side project name. But I do like the name because I think,
How many side projects out of side projects are happening right now?
well, there's
Like-
none yet, but I'm preparing for the possibility that I could have like as many as 4.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't know.
I just
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, like now that I have my synthesizer, you know, I might
yeah.
go bananas in the electronic scene.
Hey, that
you know,
opens the world, man. I tell you.
I might be the next big thing as Ryosaki.
Which you got from Death Note for anybody that's
Death Note.
curious.
Yeah.
Death Note.
That's a great show.
I never finished it, unfortunately, because they took it off Netflix.
Why didn't you?
They did.
And so you gave up. You're like, well, it's not worth it to go find it.
Believe me, I looked for like chances to buy it, and like you have to buy separate collections, but also I want the Blu-ray. They don't make a Blu-ray of it.
So
and-
DVD's not
and-
good enough?
No, I mean I did buy Cowboy Bebop on DVD, but
Yeah.
no, I'll probably buy it. But I was actually really wanting to watch it again because
Yeah.
there's a lot in it, and I wanted to delve into it a little bit more. But
I got to the point where Blank dies.
Whoa! Spoiler alert!
That's why I said Blank.
that was pretty
Is
good.
Blank a character name?
No.
Yeah.
It's not like-
We're gonna bleep that
But
out.
Reed
The
said
Blank
Reed
from
said
the
that Reed said that after Blank dies, it's not as good.
It's not.
Yeah.
It
So then
definitely-
I kinda
Oh,
Oh
stopped
yeah,
there.
yes, it does change.
It definitely
Everything.
you don't. I mean that's like the best character.
Does it end though?
Yeah, it ends.
It does.
It-
Okay.
It definitely
definitively
has.
ends.
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's good.
And I think it ends well. I mean, it's still good, but it's not like.
I just don't think it was necessary for them to kill him.
Well, I guess that's what the manga did. Now we're talking about manga.
Oh.
No,
that
it's-
kind of podcast, huh?
I haven't read a single manga in my life, so.
Yeah, I know that
We're
the
diving deep into the anime
There's-
and the manga.
I know that the manga of Old Boy didn't have incest in it, and
I heard that too.
I was
That
like, well, that made
Not
like,
as good.
I know that's what I said. I was like, that movie would not be as good without the incest twist,
It's
dude.
true. I've never been so disturbed to the core by a film.
That
in
was
my
a
life.
beautiful twist.
And that one did it right before I moved to Korea. I watched that movie, and then I was like, "This is the country I'm going to. This
Yeah.
is what happens."
Hell yeah!
I never saw that movie.
Really?
I've been told I should see it,
Yeah.
but I haven't.
See it before they make the goddamn Josh Brolin remake.
Yeah, they might take out the incest.
They will take that out for sure.
Yeah,
They'll take the best scene in the movie. No, there are two great scenes in the movie. This isn't spoilers, but there's the the hammer fight. Probably the best.
The hammer fight will stay.
But they won't be able to. I mean, it was the best choreographed action sequence I've ever seen.
I think even Tarantino has said
Wait,
that's
that's
the best that he's ever seen
That's pretty
too.
high praise.
It is like
Dude, Tarantino says that
it
this
is-
is his favorite movie ever.
It's
I've heard that.
It's
Yeah.
a panning shot, and you'll just be like, "How did they do this in one shot? Like
yeah.
it's insane."
Dude, yeah, Jensen, you'll like,
Yeah.
you'll have appreciation for
I'll look it up.
But also the
I'll-
octopus,
I'll drop my red
They won't
box.
do that.
it. I was thinking where he cuts out.
That they might do.
They might, but the only reason why he does that is because of the incest.
But anyway,
Anyway,
instead of to
all
avoid
right.
being vague,
Yeah, we're trying not to spoil anything for anybody, but in turn, we're being very vague right now.
so that makes.
Well, Jeff and I
makes
was being
not
dark. We will never see it.
I don't even remember what the title was.
Old boy,
Old Boy?
old boy,
Old boy.
Is it a Japanese movie?
It's
old
Korean.
boy.
It's Korean.
Korean.
Oh, it's a Korean movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you were telling me about it a while ago.
It's so good, man.
Sometimes it pops in my brain, and then I'm like,
Is
ugh.
this the one that was so
Jesus.
disturbing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would I have talked? I think were you guys gonna watch a Korean movie, or someone was talking about a Korean movie? I don't know. Only Bollywood in this apartment.
Only ball.
All day, every day.
Only Indian films here.
Yep. Anyway, New Year. Anybody?
We're not gonna talk about resolutions, are we? I
Anybody?
Ooh.
Anybody got some big resolutions?
think I'm gonna lose some weight.
Losing weight? I've got at least 30 that have been my...
Wait, you say you have 30 resolutions?
I mean, I could probably conjure up some pretty quickly, and losing weight would be a
I'm losing 30 pounds.
big one.
I've got at least 30.
That's what
I mean, I only just ate 5 pounds of pad thai, which doesn't help.
Where did you guys go to the place right down there?
Yeah.
Woodville or Rasha Thai?
Yes, we went to Beep Thai restaurant.
Oh,
That's
that's a good Thai
Wait,
restaurant.
I want to hear some of these resolutions. I hope they're not cliche, because I don't expect cliche out of you. Reed.
cliche. Mine is I'm not gonna let my job bum me out. I let my job bum me out all the time, and it ruins the rest of my day. I come home and I'm like, God damn it, I have to go to that place again tomorrow, and I totally let it just ruin my day because I'm like, just get me through this week, and it sucks because I'm not equipped for the working world. It's just not wasn't meant for me.
It's really that's why you gotta finish your music, and you're gonna go to a
Triple
tour in Japan
platinum.
and
Do a tour of hotels and restaurants.
on a side note, you heard Thrift Shop won platinum today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
That's insane.
All right.
A lot of-
Inside note, that was
I
Well,
think
he
it's
was-
the craziest part is that people still buy music. That's
He was
the
number
really
one on
crazy-
iTunes, like
What?
when he released. Wasn't he number one on iTunes?
He's really
yeah,
high
it was
right now.
that
He's
was
like
it must have been a week or something, but the heist was up there.
he's ahead of Gangnam Style now. I mean, not in
Wait.
terms of total sales, but right now on the
Not,
top
in,
He's
10.
got
not
over
in
one-
terms of views on YouTube.
Somehow-
over a billion.
Somehow Gangnam Style is still. How long has that song been out? 2 months? 3
Not
months?
so long. It's definitely been a long.
Well, I mean, since it blew up here. Two or
It was
3
the-
months.
no,
I thought
I'd
it
say
was
it's more like
summer.
5 or 6 months.
No, I remember you showing me that video.
I thought it was
Don't worry.
summer.
No,
I'm
it was
insulting the
it
technology.
was a few months ago. But anyway,
Also, just because Jansen shows you a video doesn't mean it's brand new. Let's put that.
Oh,
out
No, no, no,
I
it-
refused to watch that video for so long because I just didn't care to watch it. And
Oh,
I did.
when
and
he
all
showed it
made
to me,
sense.
no, when
You're
you
like,
showed
oh.
it to me, Jansen, you explicitly told me like a week ago this only had like this many views, and now it's got 50 million or
No,
whatever.
it jumped up. All right, the video was released 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Probably didn't catch on here. Probably till a month after that.
Yeah, okay, so
Like
4 months,
three or four
and it is
months.
still in the top 10. And I like, who doesn't have this song that's still buying it? Are people just buying multiple copies of the song?
No, a lot of people still go on iTunes and
Yeah, a
buy
lot of people
music on a
still
daily
buy.
basis.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Nobody's saying why. Would
I'm just
you wait
saying,
this
yeah.
long?
How is it 4 months now,
Oh.
and that many people still need to buy that song that haven't already bought it, and it's still like in the top 10. It's like the
Well,
Yeah.
4th or 5th ranked song still on iTunes.
I feel like we catch on to things fairly quickly, but there are a lot of people out there that don't hear about things as
That
fast.
might be
and
true,
I
actually.
mean,
Yeah,
a
and
lot
plus,
of
plus the other thing
people,
about like soccer moms that are like now catching on to it
Yeah.
too, and they have
See-
money to actually spend.
they don't waste their lives on the internet outside of Facebook like we.
Yeah, but that's true. And I think it's one of those things where people don't like listen to music, but they'll hear the song on a commercial, or like they'll hear it at some sporting event or something.
That's-
Because that's going to be playing at
Oh.
every sporting event for the rest of
Oh,
our lives.
I think the first time I saw it,
Uh,
actually.
Now, a lot of people have brought up the Macarena comparison. I think that's kind of not a great comparison, but I think there is some merit to the fact that I don't think that song is going to be like, y'all ready for this? That song is a stadium. It's just
Well,
constructed.
Yeah,
I think
you still
eventually
hear-
people
you
will
still hear
tire of
Macarena.
Gangnam
Well,
Well,
Style.
I don't think it's considered to be it's not like a sports anthem like that.
That's the thing. I think people will
It's just
people
more-
will tire of it at some point, but it's definitely got the balls of. I mean, he
Well,
was
plus-
doing the New Year's Eve thing.
Yeah,
in
That's
New
the thing
York.
is that's why sales are still going so high is because he's keeping it relevant by
Yeah.
doing
Well,
everything because he's on Bieber's management right now. So the guys who manage Bieber are managing him right now,
Yeah.
oh wow.
and they are going to make sure that he does absolutely everything he possibly could.
But
You know,
he just came out like the other day saying that like he's done with this song. Like he'll perform at a couple more events, but
Oh yeah, but producers don't care. Like
I know,
like,
I know.
Right,
It's so
because
much money.
he
so it's
has
gonna
he
be
has
a-
such strong artistic integrity.
yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
that's what he said. He's like the song is too successful or something weird like that. He's like,
Yeah.
is that what he said?
I understand that when artists like MGMT or something or management, whatever you want to call them, when they released Kids,
Yeah.
Kids was like a mega hit, but they are not they've written just a lot of like really smart, great music, and so for them it was really tough because it was like, well, I've written so much, so they've abandoned that song but like I don't know what side the rest of his catalog is, but I'm guessing it's not that much different than Gangnam Style.
It's a little bit more serious. They're like weird, like
Does he have ballads and he does
they're like
ballads?
they're Korean ballads. That's all.
Yeah,
they are.
those
I
are
got
pretty.
the album. I just haven't heard it all the way.
Those are
through.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
That's what a lot of it is.
it's like Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Do you remember that band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was their big hit?
Zoot Suit Riot.
Zoot Suit Riot.
So they released that one song. They're a ska band, by the way. People don't know this, but they're actually
I thought they were a swing band.
they're a punk ska band,
Yeah,
and they
not bad.
as a joke released a swing song,
Yeah.
and people loved it so much that they made like a compilation swing album of songs that were kind of swing.
This is news to me.
But yeah, I know. But so nobody knows this. So if you go to see, like, I don't know why you would ever try to see them in concert nowadays, but if you do,
My sister and her boyfriend went to their concert like
yeah,
a couple of months ago.
they hate the swing stuff. They'll just play the ska stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and then people like
Disappointed people.
Yeah, people get disappointed because they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And they're like, "That was just a joke. Like, that wasn't our real music."
It's like Steve Martin. Steve Martin did a kind of he did his music tour recently.
Yeah.
But he was also he was hosting like nights of art. He's really into art, and so
Yeah.
he was hosting these nights, and people came in and thinking, "Oh, he's Steve Martin. He's gonna be hilarious." And like he wasn't, so people were just going crazy. They're like, "Well, why? You're Steve Martin. Like, you have to be funny." He's like, "No, this was advertised as like an art thing, you know."
Is that a problem with the people not like being too tied into one particular type of thing?
Yeah.
So people can't see them as some other sort of person, you know, because people are complicated. Not everyone just has one thing that they do.
Right.
People are complicated creatures. Or is it the fact of people not reading close into things and just seeing something and getting super excited and just doing it and then getting disappointed because
It's like assuming.
Yeah, that's something. It's just people making stupid
And some comedians gotta just have it rough. I mean, I'm just thinking comedians that come up with that like one joke that just everyone gets. Like with Aziz Ansari and Randy.
Oh,
Performance
definitely.
Randy. Like people wanted that so bad, but he's like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do Randy.
Randy's
I
over.
saw Jim Gaffigan like 3 or 4 years after Hot Pockets, you know, but he's still doing that joke because
It's like a hit song.
it's
the same
weird.
thing.
Yeah, but it's so weird. Like on one hand, you're like, well, you would think when you're a comedian, like you need to have a totally new repertoire. But why is like the standard different for music? Like I can listen to a comedy album only so many times before I'm like, okay, I get it. Like music, man, you can just. I guess you're always just finding new things, but
I think laughter and like the emotions that you feel when you're listening to music are two different things.
it's true.
Yeah, laughter is more of like a surprise.
Yeah,
Like it's like you're surprised that it's so
Music
funny.
grows on you, and that
You
can
know,
just like
and music is more like, like it's
You're
part
just-
of you.
It's just constantly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when you fall in love with something, it becomes a part of you in a way.
It's true.
You know.
it's an unfair world. Music and comedy.
I mean-
because of new jokes.
Well, let's put in like things like motivational speeches and like audiobooks where you could actually hypothetically listen to those things many times, like
Yeah.
as much as you listen to music, because it forms an emotional attachment, which I think is the key. I don't think people
That's
get
true.
emotionally attached to jokes.
We talked about last time the Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, like
I
you
mean,
could
I
listen to
can-
Flight of the Conchords forever.
Yeah, it's really strange. Or like,
Because-
you know, shows like I've watched Arrested Development
Yeah,
5 times. all
I
the
think
way.
it's just
true.
but like a comedy routine. The other thing is that it's so short, and
Well, there are some like to me like Eddie Izzard. I mean, like one of his album Circle, which is it's just the best comedy album ever.
yeah,
And like I can honestly just listen to that,
yeah.
and I don't know, it's strange because like I love Birbiglia, and I remember one time I watched the Birbiglia special on Netflix, and then I found the album online, and I started just like clicking through and listening to some of the jokes again, and it just wasn't doing it for me. But like I love these jokes, I will recite these jokes as often as possible, and they'll make me laugh. But hearing it again just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Like it's really strange.
Huh.
But yeah. By the way, I got Birbiglia's movie Sleepwalk with me. I
Oh,
got
yeah?
an autographed copy of it.
Ooh,
How?
I'm
'Cause
so jealous.
He had a pre-order thing. He announced on Twitter. Where he's like, "Hey, if you pre-order my movie, you can get a signed Blu-ray copy of it."
Oh wow.
How many of those did you have to give out?
Pretty exciting, huh?
How many of those did he give out?
Probably a lot. You
Like-
could tell that he
He was just
got
like,
a
"Ah."
huge mound of the sleeves and just went, and then they just because it was unwrapped, everything they just popped
Yeah.
them in there.
Yeah.
But I was still excited.
That's pretty sweet. Wait, do you have it with you?
I do. It's in my room.
Have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was a really good movie.
I've heard it's so good. Yeah.
So we were gonna talk actually about favorite movies of the year,
Ooh.
but then like Jansen's seen 2. I've seen 4.
What?
Oh wow!
I mean,
Two?
I saw.
Okay, no, 2 is an exaggeration. Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
Well, 4 movies released in 2012.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's what I'm talking
Because a
about.
lot of them are out on DVD now. So.
Yeah.
I
But even
haven't, I haven't
still,
been
I
in
haven't
the movie
seen-
theater since I can't remember the last movie that I watched.
I've watched so many. I think I've watched more movies in 2012 than I have ever have in my life. I don't know why.
That are from 2012.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Can you
There's
list?
a
Can you
movie
list them?
theater
What have you
like
seen?
right there.
What have you seen?
I saw Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah, I saw that.
Hell yeah.
Avengers.
Avengers,
That might have been the last
Skyfall,
movie that I saw.
Skyfall, Hobbit. I actually saw Hobbit twice. And I saw it in non-3D too, by the way.
Okay. Was it good still?
Still good. Well, it was more boring for sure. I got a little bit more bored, but it was probably because it was the second time I saw it too. And then Les Mis, I just saw it.
How was that?
It was
I heard-
gut-wrenchingly sad. Yeah.
Well, so I'm curious. I can't tell what movie's gonna win, especially because I haven't seen any of them. But like when the artist that won last year, right?
Yeah, artist.
I mean, that movie came out of nowhere. I feel like I'm informed about movies, but I had no idea where that one even came
Yeah,
from.
I mean that was a foreign film.
And
Is
I
that
wanted
movie
to sit
good?
down and watch it, but I
Apparently,
haven't.
it's great. It's on Netflix. I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
it's on
Oh yeah,
Netflix.
it totally is.
Yeah.
I
I just watched The King's
I
Speech.
just-
Yeah, I've
That
been
was
meaning to
good.
watch
That
that
was good.
too.
I saw
It's
that.
worth watching.
saw that in theaters.
It's weird that they were. I think it's weird they were able to take like something that sounds so boring.
and turn
It
it.
was like the British royalty's speech impediment. It's like who cares?
I know.
Like, but they made it.
filmmaking.
Yeah, right.
But like, here's the thing. I know that Les Mis is going to be a front runner, and I haven't seen the movie, but I will be genuinely pissed off if that movie wins
I've
Best
heard plenty of
Picture.
people that didn't like it.
I don't think it's gonna win.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I
either.
know that it was talked about, and the fact that a movie that's been adapted as many times as that has
Yeah.
could possibly win Best Picture.
Hugh Jackman might get Best Actor though because he's finally.
Pretty sure Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
It's-
that's true.
I mean, not because, just because nobody puts as much into
yeah,
what they do.
yeah, that's true.
I
think,
don't know.
I think Lincoln and Daniel Day-Lewis. I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't
yet,
seen the
but
movie.
From what I've heard, that's probably what's gonna win. Is my guess.
As Best
Really?
Picture?
Yeah. Anne Hathaway's getting the supporting actress for Les Mis, but critics for Les Mis are pretty like it's definitely not universally. liked.
Yeah,
it's
I know
very
that.
very polarizing.
I know
I
that.
remember like a lot of people complain about how they recorded the audio, like
'Cause they recorded
didn't
it live.
They didn't spruce it up like in a studio or anything. They just kind of
Well,
did
that's not true. They did.
it.
That's a false complaint.
Well, no, but one of
They
the-
were saying that they recorded it on set.
Yeah, they recorded
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
live. They didn't not spruce it up, but they recorded people.
Yeah,
Well, they
obviously
could
had to
have
mix
made
it.
it better than it came out. Maybe
Well, they
what
could have.
were
Yeah,
trying to say.
if
It's
they
like-
would have recorded it in a studio,
Right,
it would have been
exactly.
automatically better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
they were
they
going.
And a
through
lot
all
of people were turned off by that. They're like, well,
I haven't like seen that complaint because I think a lot of people really
I
enjoy.
made it up.
I know you made it up, Jonathan. Nobody complained about that because it was the only thing people complained about was the specific actors they chose.
Yeah, I've heard that too, actually.
Not because it's. I think it was so different having people sing and act at the same time.
Yeah.
Because if you ever seen any other musicals, it's definitely just like when you see them like lip syncing to the songs.
Yeah.
It really.
What do you mean? That looks so cool.
What?
So much effort.
Oh well, the problem with lip syncing is that you have to match your emotion as you were singing.
Yeah.
And so the cool thing about Les Mis is like there's like characters that are like dying and like singing like and then they're like, you know, it's
People die?
It's every single character
Les
dies. I hate to
Miserables
tell you,
people die.
but yeah, it's unique. I mean, if you don't like musicals, you're not gonna like it, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah. I
if you're-
probably won't see
if
it.
you're a weirdo like me, who
I don't know.
like,
I think I recently came around to musicals, so I think.
what musical
Uh-oh,
did you
you know what
watch?
that means.
I'm trying to think.
And honestly,
I think it was Across the Universe is the one that I saw
Oh,
first. I was
yeah.
like, I really like this. I guess I just really.
I
like
actually
musicals.
love
Yeah.
West Side Story. I mean, I think the music's great in it, and I think it was just a really great film in general.
yeah,
I don't know that I've felt any sort of like I don't know that I've really liked any other musical. Like you can consider Once to be kind of.
I was gonna say One's next year. Well, One's.
But it's not a musical. It's more a music movie. But it does have musical
Like
elements.
what, like Sound of Music. I was gonna say.
That's true, I like
I went back and watched that and loved it.
Yeah, that's a good.
I never appreciated it when I was young. You hear the songs over and over. You don't really.
And Mary Poppins.
Now you think about every Disney movie
Yeah.
that's just so
I was
driven by
thinking of
music.
Julie Andrews
I don't know.
movies.
I don't know if many people agree that those are musicals, but
yeah. It's like
it's,
where do
it's
you
the
make
music and
where do you
the-
make the distinction?
Enchanted. I mean, I really like that movie. Actually, I did really like it. I mean, it's a Disney movie brought to life, but it's still kind of
Right.
Wait, out of all those movies, Jeff, apparently, or I'm guessing Joe, you've seen a lot of movies too. What was your guys' favorite movies of the year?
I don't know, I'm trying to think about it. Go ahead.
Well, I say Les Mis just because I loved it, but I'm a huge Les Mis
He's saying it's
fan.
gonna win. That's gonna piss.
It's not gonna
I'm
win.
not saying it's gonna win.
It's my favorite.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't care if people really like. I just think that you can't give them.
It's gonna piss them
I just
off.
feel like if you're gonna be
He's
given
getting
Best
angry.
Picture of the Year, you have to have. It has to have. I I mean, you can't just keep adapting a musical. Like, how much you can't stretch that.
Well, this is the first time they made a movie of the musical. To be fair,
but yeah, I don't know. To me, that's just a little. Like
it's because it's not like a new thing.
It doesn't have to be new. I mean, a really,
Lincoln's
really
not new,
great
that
book
actually
adaptation or
what?
something.
Sorry, what?
Non-fiction.
What'd you say?
I just mean like a really good book adaptation. I'm like totally opposed to that. I love it when it's an original screenplay. Like, I mean, everything's adapted a little bit. King's Speech was adapted from something, but
Sure.
the screenplay was very original.
But just because Les Mis has been in a billion things.
that's
forever.
what I.
Yeah,
And that would be my only.
The difference is that this is the first time. This is the only way you can see the show, like
Without going to the show.
it's. I mean, yeah,
So
exactly.
you can experience all the music.
Exactly. It's like the Rent movie, or it's like the It's like Phantom of the Opera. Okay, it's exactly like Phantom of the Opera, the movie. You know, where Phantom of the Opera was
Yeah.
a movie, or I guess it was first a book, right? All right.
I don't know.
Whatever, I don't remember, but it was a movie. It's an old classic horror movie they've done probably 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
major releases. Then it was a musical, and
What's
then
his
they
name
turned the
did it?
musical.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yep.
Yeah, he turned it into a musical
Yeah.
in like the 80s, I guess.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
from that, he made at least one movie. So it's been around the block all the time. But the movie they just released was the only musical movie so far. So it's kind of like, it's definitely got a niche audience, you know, niche audience. Like people, only certain people are gonna want it.
Well, it's the same thing for the artist. Like, nobody's seen the artist that I've talked to.
Yeah.
And, no,
Arthur,
and
Arthur
and
loved it.
he loved it.
Yeah.
My parents watched it and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Like, they were not.
My
into
parents
it.
really loved it.
Did they?
There's a dog in it, apparently, and everyone is just
Yeah, everybody loves a dog.
exactly.
That's what my parents were saying. They're like, "Well, the dog was good, but,
Yeah.
but I don't like the movie." I was
You
like,
know,
"What
it's
does
like,
that even mean?"
You know what?
Did,
Air Bud had a dog, not very good movie.
hey,
Airbud
Airbud
2, man.
Right.
Oh, Air Bud 2, no.
Airbud 2 is the football one, right?
You think so?
Why would you have a dog? The whole premise of that is stupid.
I just remember Airbud and Angels in the Outfield, which was a much better.
Wait,
movie.
Angels in the Outfield.
That was way better,
classic.
dude. That
But
was
those,
good.
I used to watch those movies all the time.
And you used to watch Austin Powers all the time. I remember going over to your house. And
We watched it one time every day for a full week.
One time
Yeah.
every day.
Did you experience that with us? We watched
Yeah.
Clueless. I'll admit, I watched Clueless with my sister like 6 days in a row.
Yeah, I remember. I remember I watched
So
Clueless.
brave.
I was watching Clueless with you and your sister, and there's like a scene where a guy puts like his pubes on
That's right.
on somebody's pizza, and I was like, oh, did they poison his pizza? And your sister's like, no, like she's like those are.
Ow.
She's like no, those are pubes. I was like, what are pubes? She's like pubic hair. I'm like, oh my god. So that was actually my first experience of learning what pubic hair was.
From your sister,
From your
Reed.
I'm
sister.
going to tell you what pubic hair is. Well,
Yeah.
that is just
That is lovely.
radio gold right
Yeah.
there.
And
I used to watch my Holy Grail. That
Monty
way.
Python?
Yeah, I watched
I
that.
probably watched that every week for 4 years.
the rabbit always gave me nightmares when I was a little kid.
You would get nightmares from my buddy.
No,
Jason.
dude, I had nightmares. I watched the movie. I must have been a little too young. I don't know.
Jesus.
What? Why can't we be honest about that?
Well, we'd be honest.
I was scared of
I
E.T. I mean, Jesus.
Of what?
E.T. I was terrified of E.T.
He's scary.
Really?
He looked
Yeah.
like a big booger.
Well, and plus in the end, like where
That
he's
wasn't
dying,
a rabbit that
I
jumped
got
up
really
and bit
scared
you
of
in
that
the
part.
neck.
The what part?
The part in the end of ET where he's all dying and he's like
He's dying and they're in that
it's so
weird,
it's scary,
in
dude.
the
like
weird
shriveled,
tube
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
like contaminated. Yeah, that was scary.
That movie
man.
gets real, dude. It gets real.
It's a great movie, though.
And then they're all the cops with
'Cause this
their
here's
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Wait, the walkie-talkie guns?
The walkie-talkie guns.
Yeah. When did they change that? 'Cause that's when they re-released it. They changed all the FBI guys.
Yeah.
Their guns. Apparently, that was
Yeah,
too violent.
Spielberg digitally edited it.
What?
Now they're holding walkie-talkies.
Changed their
Go
guns.
watch any
South Park talked about it.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
I don't know. He
Actually,
might have
worked
changed.
while
He might have
edit.
changed it back though. I don't.
God,
know.
that's awful.
They're raping him.
I know, man. Spielberg and Lucas.
Hey, Andy, you're looking good.
That episode's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's that. That
so
episode
brilliant.
is.
So brilliant.
They're raping him. Well, I should stop talking about rape.
Probably a safe.
Radio Gold. Radio Gold times 2.
Radio go.
All right, so if anyone's followed the chain of events of how we got to this, We weren't talking about New Year's resolutions.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I gave mine and no one else did.
No, you said your main one was the stress out less at work.
Yeah, because it just doesn't matter. Okay.
Fine.
I'm good. That's my resolution.
All right. I like this combo that's going on. All right, Jeff. Number 1 resolution 2013. Go.
Find a good job, I guess.
All
That's
right.
kind of key, but that's more like this month I gotta do that.
What about getting married?
Well, getting married too.
Oh, what?
Just engaged. His fiance's in the other room. Hey, Holly.
Congrats, by the way, man.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. So we got a lot of planning and stuff to do.
Well,
Awesome.
But
not that you just told us that you've already got pretty much everything planned out.
well,
right?
saying that you have it planned out and actually getting it done is different. Like it'll be a cool thing.
I believe it.
So Jeff,
And I got my school to do, so I
just
don't
got
have.
school. he's
I'll
getting
be
married,
busy.
and
I'll be busy
he's
till
getting a
June
job.
or July.
I got school too.
Oh yeah, you got school. Oh, I registered
When-
today.
When do you start?
What are you guys going to school for?
I don't know.
I'm doing certificate programs, man.
Yeah, we're doing a
What kind?
certificate program.
I'm doing marketing management.
Okay.
I'm doing sustainable transportation.
Huh. I
You
did
need
a
some
I did an
of that.
audio production certificate program
I was considering doing that too. I
Oh,
thought that
okay.
was fine.
Where
Or
at?
video production.
from UW.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Is
it
the
wasn't
Buffalo
worth
have
it.
it?
It wasn't worth it. You didn't learn.
No, I
much?
mean, because like I've learned way more just actually being
Oh,
in
sure.
studios.
In
you
a
know?
with a technical thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've been doing it for years though too. So I mean.
But I mean, like just even me going in and paying to record a song, even if the song didn't turn out good, was way more experience than
Yeah.
learning how
Spending that money on the school for
Yeah.
recording it. Yeah.
to exactly.
You can learn guitar by taking lessons. You gotta play it. You just gotta play it.
Kind of, yeah, exactly.
All right.
What's your resolution?
Well, as of recently, I'm gonna learn how to swim well.
Oh yeah, swim
Swim
with
good.
Arthur.
I know that's not a very inventive one.
Or swim with Randy. Sorry.
Randy, you and I are gonna learn how to swim now. I want to be able to swim well. I went to the pool yesterday. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to swim some laps. You know, get that crawl stroke going, and I can make it like over and back.
Get my crawl stroke.
My crawl stroke.
Crawl stroke.
Oh, son.
No, I can make it length and back, like one lap, and then I'm like done. I have to sit there and just breathe for, I gotta take like 5-minute break.
What are you like?
And then there's like this 10-year-old girl next to me in the lane, and she's just going back and forth, no stopping.
Are you out of
Yeah.
shape, or you just don't know how to swim?
I don't know how to swim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't kick,
I don't-
you
I
don't
don't-
violently kick your legs so that water splashes.
What is
everywhere.
that? I don't turn my body enough. I don't glide. I don't.
Are you trying to run underwater?
No, I'm not gonna run underwater. It seems like so many things you have to think about.
That isn't working.
You're supposed to breathe out. You exhale underwater. So you exhale all your air out underwater, and then you just breathe in. I think I hold my breath, and then I'll
Oh.
take my
I
head
do
out.
that
and
too. Yeah.
I'll-
Yeah.
What happens if you breathe in
And-
water? You die instantly. It's scary.
No, you exhale underwater.
Yeah,
But what if you
exhale.
accidentally inhale
Well,
underwater?
then you're stupid.
And then you die.
deserve it, Jeff. You deserve
Why do
that.
you die instantly?
You received the Darwin Award.
You just instantly die as you breathe underwater.
No, I feel like I've come up with more resolutions, but that one has been the one I've
That's a
thought
good
See,
one.
through.
that's a very attainable.
Yeah,
one.
this is very, very
Like
straightforward.
mine are so, or like everything I think is so broad and just like, well, what does that really mean?
I know.
But that's
Well,
all
see,
I.
you see, you're gonna work out more, but I would avoid the gym for the next month. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. This is
Use
the
the home
time
gym.
that everybody's making.
Alright.
Use the home gym, right?
Oh,
I didn't say work out. I said
y'all
lose
gonna use
weight.
that elliptical later, Jeff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go use that elliptical.
You're gonna use
Yeah,
it?
they
You
will.
need to
He's gotta get this
rehabilitate?
knee strong again.
Oh yeah.
I'm on a bum knee. Okay, Joe.
Yeah,
We'll
mine's
we'll
always
pour our
kind of
hearts
like
out.
mine's always like Reed. Like mine are always like too broad. Like
Yeah.
mine's like I want to make money somehow. Like actually have
Make
a,
cash.
like actually have consistent actually have a consistent income because my money is always so sporadic. And number 2 is figure out my life.
Yeah, that's a big one.
See,
That is the most.
Yeah,
that's what everybody's trying to do. But mine is.
See,
just
you
like-
guys are kind of like
I'm in shambles right now though.
you're on a path. Like you're getting certificates because you have some idea. Like
Oh, yeah.
I think me and Joe are just kind of like
Dude,
okay.
I'm going. I'm in the void right now, man. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I just have a job because
Yeah, that's
I
so.
knew I needed a job and I.
You can live in
I
this very
literally
nice
had
apartment that
$0.
we're talking in.
But that's what your mid-20s are, right? Therefore, getting all that stuff ironed
Not
out.
mine. Mine's gonna be quitting my job. And
Yeah, but
doing
no,
something
you're still in your
ridiculous
you'll
for
be in your
2
mid-20s
years.
for another 5 years, right?
But then some people in their mid-20s just have it all figured out.
Yeah, and,
So-
but
Well, but
that's
that's-
people you see. You see people all the time. Figure out it's great for them. People whether they want to be a lawyer,
Yeah.
want to be a doctor. Right? I was just so disappointed in myself. I never
Those
felt,
are the
I
only
never
two
felt
pro-
that. That's
Those
what
are
I
the only
wanted.
two
That's
professions, by
true.
the way, lawyer and doctor.
You know, not that
Anything
way.
else is a failure.
But I have so many friends that are doing that, and it's so.
But they're
cool to
still
see,
in
but-
school for that, James.
Yeah.
I know, but
They're not actually-
You're on your way.
Yeah.
But they don't actually have it figured out. They're still in school.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just think I know what
They're
James
probably
is saying
gonna
though. It's
cancel
like
out.
I wish I
It's
was.
a plan you're following.
I always wish because I'm not stupid. I was like,
Or so you think.
or so I think. But I like if I wanted to put the effort into being an engineer or something, like, I could have
Exactly.
done it. And I wish that my brain worked in a way that would have allowed me to do it in some ways, because those people, generally speaking, like they're totally fine going to work. Some of them are working on, like Bill, who lives in Port Angeles, like
Sure.
works at some mechanical engineering thing. That's just he
Yeah.
actually enjoys that. Whereas like for me, it's like I have this job because I was like, just throw something at me and like if I'll just grab it and start
Yeah.
doing it. And so like the job itself,
You do it well, Reed.
it's not hard to do it well. People just do it poorly. I just don't do it poorly.
Well,
That's the way.
that's compared.
That's not the point. The point is,
There's no form.
The point is that they had a mind that allowed them to go to a
Yeah,
very
like-
strict job that like
Exactly.
you
I
and
guess I wish I
Type
would
A.
have had that, but I didn't.
I am
Yeah.
not a Type A personality. I don't have the drive.
Well, none of us are. That's why we're doing a podcast, right?
True story.
So
Yeah.
he just rants about it.
Because I am genuinely envious of like one of my buddies like went to college to be an accountant. Like he's known this since like our very first year of high school. He went to be an accountant. He is an accountant now. He's married. He's buying a house.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like he's like
Yep.
just ultimate fast track. You know what I mean? But I'm like kind of envious of that because it's like that's so secure and so nice and like I don't know.
I know. I'm
Mhm.
really happy for those people, but just I can't get there for one.
I know my brain would not allow me to do it. I would like
Yeah.
literally like implode.
Yeah, having money right now is like this. I don't even know what to do. I mean, I bought this computer, but I was like, really, am I about to spend like should I really be spending this much money? And I was like, wait, I have
Hey, you were talking about
plenty of money, but even now I'm like, oh, I need to save up all this money, even though I don't. Do I though? It's like, do I
Yeah.
really need? It's like, what
Yeah.
am I saving it for? Am
Hey,
I?
let me tell you, you get an injury, you lose all that money.
But I
Yeah,
don't
but
do-
you also
I don't do physical
But
activity.
take that injury a little bit
I
farther
guess
and you
cars.
die,
I drive
and then you
cars.
waste your whole life. So
Believe me, no, I've.
it's the fine line of spending no money and
There's
spending all
been
your
a
money.
lot of There's been a lot of that rationale. Like, why should I do this if I could just die tomorrow?
Exactly.
Or
No.
why shouldn't I?
And you could. So you're not
Sure.
guaranteed any amount of days.
Yeah.
So that's the end. Everyone, you could die tomorrow.
So don't spend all your money, but don't spend none of your money.
Sounds like you're doing like a advertisement for YOLO right there.
YOLO.
But we're not going to talk about that ever again. Are we?
We are the supermassive black holes.
And this is the most beautiful girl in the room. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Take two. And scene. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a good one. Here we go. Yeah.
Looking round the room, I can tell that you are the most beautiful girl in the room.
In the whole wide world.
And when you're on the street, depending on the street, I bet you are definitely in the top 3. Good looking girls on the street.
Depending on the street.
When I saw you at my mate's place, I thought, what is she doing? At my mate's place, how did Dave get a honey like that to a party like this? Good one, Dave.
You're a legend, Dave.
I asked Dave if he's gonna make a move on me. He's not sure. I said, Dave, do you mind if I do? He says he doesn't mind, but I can tell he kinda minds. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I see you standing all alone by the stereo. I turn the lights down to very low. Here we go. You're so beautiful, beautiful. You could be a waitress. You're so beautiful. You could be an air hostess in the 60s. You're so beautiful. You could be a part-time model. Do my moves, I do my dance moves. It's 12:02, just me and you. 7 other dudes around you on the dance floor. I draw you near, let's get out of here. Let's get in a cab. I'll buy you a kebab. I can't believe that I'm sharing a kebab with the most beautiful girl I have ever seen with a kebab. Ooh. Why don't we leave? Let's go to my house and we can feel each other up on the couch. Oh no, I don't mind taking it slow. No, yeah, 'cause you're so beautiful. You're like a tree or a high-class prostitute. A high-class prostitute. Still have to keep it going. Part-time model. You spend part of your time modeling and part of your time next to me. My face is usually a little tiny like this. Resolve that chord.